Hey guys, this is Tara with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today we're diving into the December reading for 2021. I can't believe we're going to be like in the final month of 2021. I still keep writing various other dates like 2010, 2019, 2020, like on my checks and things like that. And I'm like, oh yes, 2021. Oh wait, but that's ending. We're going to be in 2022. So I'll never catch up. That's fine. Okay, so I have quite a few decks here to kind of look at various aspects for this reading. And if you watch other December 2021 readings, just know that we're all picking up on different energies, different vibes. And so I do think that it's cool when people look at all the different aspects, you know, from all the different viewpoints of the different readers that are out there, you know, and the things that we can tap into. So, of course, remember, keep your own feelers open as well, you know, kind of take in all the information, see what connects to you, yeah, and also put your own intuition into it. So if there are things that you get with this reading that I didn't necessarily hit upon, hey, put it in the comment section down below so that we can have an even more expanded awesome sauce reading. Okay, so I want to dive in first with the theme for the month. And so for that, for December, I'm going to use my Wally's World Oracle, which you can find on my website, kittensweightsandtarot.com. And I want to pair that with my girl V and one of her many decks that she creates with her family. And this is the Winter's Embrace Oracle. And I figured, you know, winter, and yes, I know I'm wearing sunglasses and a t-shirt, but that's because I live in Arizona and it's nice outside. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull a card from each to kind of see what's the theme, what's the main energy for this month. All right, Wally, my little Wally toe, which by the way, I'm going to be looking for gifts for my little Wally and my Loki, my Puma and my Panther. See if I can mail them out to Spring Valley. Okay, I have that one face down, so I haven't quite looked at that card yet because I want to pull a Winter's Embrace Oracle next. So, and then I'm going to read the two in conjunction and see kind of how they work together. Although I think I've used the Winter's Embrace with Wally's World. Okay, so, well, first of all, they have matching backing. That's kind of cool. All right, we have this cool image that I actually caught of lightning. I was out during a storm, which I don't know if that was too smart, but I did catch some awesome lightning pictures. Anyway, so we have this cool lightning, which was taken in San Diego. And we have the card that says memories with these yummy cookies. I'm gonna be baking up a storm. Okay, so the theme for the month. Okay, so what I'm getting are, yes, I know that every time we have a holiday get together, I know not everybody celebrates Christmas. I know that actually a couple of days ago, Hanukkah just began. I know that we have Kwanzaa coming up. I know that we have Yule. I know that there's so many other kind of get together type things or holiday things that many cultures around the world celebrate before the turn of the year, you know, and well, many cultures celebrate the turn of the year like at different points throughout the year, but this is kind of like the worldly calendar, you know, the Gregorian calendar. We're going into 2022. And so I do believe this is going to be a really different one. And this won't be for all of us, but as we go into 2022 and we're kind of at the tail end of December, I feel like a lot of us, when it comes to family and who we call family, is definitely going to change. Some people have people that they were very close to who all of a sudden maybe this year they're no longer that close to. People that we love that seem to be out of our lives now. And we're going to be creating some new memories and memories of like who we were and who we are now moving forward, and who people were before and who they are now, and maybe why they resonate with our energy now or why they don't resonate with our energy now. But it's kind of like that lightning bolt energy is kind of coming in and is being the last like boom in our face, like, all right, you know, this is awkward and different, and I haven't had, you know, a get together like this, or we're not having a get together, you know. So I definitely think the family dynamic in terms of like DNA family, and then also our soul family, and the people that we brought in as friends that have become our family, that really is doing some sort of major shift just before we head into 2022, if it hasn't already been shifting for many of you guys. So that's the theme for the month. Interesting. Seems like, all right, a lightning bolt for December. Fantastic. All right, so, okay. Then I want to pull from the Green Witch Tarot, and I'm going to be pulling from the Universal Folk Oracle. Just kind of looking into, what are some things that we can utilize in terms of energy, or just things that we can do for the month to really make it an excellent month for ourselves. Ooh, okay, so there's already a card that kind of flipped out, and these are too many cards here, so I'm just going to, it's already going to be a lot of energy. Alright, so I'm going to pull one more card. This is going to be from the Universal Folk Oracle. I just feel like these two decks, the Universal Folk Oracle and the Green Witch Tarot, are very, I don't know, to me, like going into the darker half of the year, winter, I don't know. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands. And we have the Seven of Chalices, so the Seven of Cups. And for our Oracle card, we have Knowing, Divination, Converse, Energy, and Free Will. Okay. All right, so kind of putting all these together. All right, so I kind of see this as us. So, and this is not, don't look at this as this, I'm only talking to the females. I'm talking to everybody out there. And this is just the energy of the Queen of Wands. And I believe that represents all of us. We've been in a very moving, non-static phase this year, many of us. And it could have been within career, or just the way that we see the world, and, awakenings, all that stuff. So we are the Queen of Wands. We are embodying this, and we do embody it as we continue on into the end of this year. But there's going to be some choices that you have to make. And it's going to feel like I'm either with them or I'm against them, or I'm doing this or I'm doing that. And it's going to feel rather difficult. And I say that because cups are involved. So it's a very emotional choice. And just know that when you connect to your higher self, and here we have a kitten. Oh, that look like baby Wally. So when you connect to your higher self, when you are busting out your cards or your runes or your pendulum, or whatever it is that you're using to connect to your higher self, really trust and listen to that intuition. I know that sometimes our intuition might say one thing, and that this is the best thing for us, but our ego mind is saying, no, that's too scary, I can't do that, I'm going to hurt people's feelings, I'm going to upset people. And that's the choice that you're going to have to make. What is in alignment with you, and what part of you is saying, no, I'm just going to kind of continue because it seems easier this way. So you get to make the choice. The universe isn't making the choice for you, but the universe will present you those options, these emotionally charged options which are here. And you, the Queen of Wands, has to make that choice. Are you going to continue as per normal and what feels comfortable to you, which is, not a bad thing. It's just, all a part of our learning and our journey. Or do you want to switch it up? Do you want to follow what your guidance is actually telling you? Maybe you are ready for this big change. Maybe you don't feel ready, but just know that you are making that choice, and be accountable for the choices that you make. Okay, so with that, I also want to pull the Boons. So yes, I do read with Boons, and actually, maybe I want to point the camera downward so that you guys can see kind of the message that animal medicine has. Okay, so I have my bones here. I'm actually going to put all of them into my hand. Is that everybody? Yep, that's everybody. Okay, and then I just kind of mix these all around. We have one that fell out. That's fantastic. Another one that fell out. I'm going to bring that one kind of into view so you guys can see. And then this one, which is actually our bare knuckle. All right, what am I getting here? Okay, so I am kind of getting almost like one of the rune symbols for strength. and well, for me, like kind of like strength and victory. So victory as in, not that there needs to be a winner and a loser for this month, but more victory, and that you understand the choices that you're making and you feel that they are the best choice for you at the time, and you take full responsibility for that choice. And I'm getting that with the this one is our friend the badger, and we have wild boar with their spinal columns here, but we also have the alligator scoot, which is also protective. And we have, you know, our well, a little bit of fox energy and coyote energy and lynx energy kind of all coming together here with this protective spinal cord energy, saying, yes, I'm standing up and saying, this is my choice. I am making everybody aware of this choice. I take full responsibility for anything that happens because of this choice. So whatever choice you end up making this month, or choices, just make sure that they are coming from your power center here. Here it's seen as the spinal column, but your power center, your heart center, your connection to source, and that you are steadfast and firm in what you are making a choice about, instead of being wishy-washy about it. Here on either side you have bear. So bear is very firm in what bear does. So, and whatever decisions you decide to make this month, just make sure that you take full responsibility for those decisions. All right, so before we go, I actually want to pull one more card, and so this one is the, was it the My Self-Care Activity deck? It's kind of a long name, but anyway, I just want to pull a little bit of self-care. So what can we focus on this month in terms of our self-care, because that's something that we should always have an eye on and a focus on, especially when we're dealing with some big shifts and changes and decisions and energy and all of that stuff. Okay, so a little fly there. So we have flirt, but what I'm getting with this is maybe start flirting with the idea with ideas that you had when you were younger and that still kind of resonate with you. Like some people, when they were little, they wanted to be a cowboy or cowgirl. And now you live in the big city, and there's no way that, you know, you can do anything with horses or anything like that. But maybe somewhere deep inside you still have a love for horses. I say this because I love horses. Maybe you still have a love for horses. Maybe you don't want to ride them, but you do want to take care of them, or you do want to work with them in a certain capacity. So perhaps your self-care then is acknowledging that some of the things that you wanted to do or be when you quote unquote grew up are still things that resonate with you. So how can you incorporate those things into the now? I'm not saying drop everything to be a cowboy or cowgirl, or maybe you do drop everything and become a cowboy or cowgirl, or maybe you just find a way to volunteer at a large vet clinic, or maybe you or large animal vet clinic, not the large vet. Or maybe, you know, you decide to, you know, volunteer at a camp where they take in horses that need a little bit of extra care or something like that. You know, whatever it may be, but start flirting with that idea, or the ideas that you've had in the past of doing certain things, but kind of got shut down with the every day, and you know, we grew up and like all that stuff. How can we incorporate into the now? That's an act of self-care that you can bust in to the month of December. So start flirting with those ideas. All right, you guys, whew, jam-packed for December. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Let me know if you got more out of the reading as well. Place that in the comment section down below. It only helps to expand our reading and help us come together as a community. So yeah, I'm wishing you all a beautiful, wonderful December. I hope all of your dreams come true. I hope that you guys are steadfast in whatever decisions it is that you are making. And I'm wishing you all the healing love that is required for the end of this year, going on into 2022. So anyway, if you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. I have a lot of different types of readings. I also have my room of body sprays, my salves, my altar pendants, my bracelets that I make, my Wally's World Oracle. Definitely check it out. And If you're looking for more witchy items, maybe you want to check out Desert Cauldron. It's all one word on Etsy, or check us out on Instagram at desert.cauldron. James over at Light of Riga and myself, we make one-of-a-kind magical items for your one-of-a-kind magical practice. So come dance in the desert with us over at Desert Cauldron. All of my other information is down below for my Patreon group, which thank you so much, because you guys are the main reason I am able to do so many fun things here on YouTube. Also check out my newsletter, which actually comes out today, the 1st. I only send one email a month. I don't do spam or anything like that. So you get one newsletter with all the witchy goodness and the decks that I'm using and channels that I'm watching and herbs that I'm using, blah, 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 all that stuff. So definitely sign up for the newsletter. Yeah, and check out the Leon Mystery School. That's where I'm the head mistress. I teach Mayan astrology, but there are many other fabulous teachers and they have many other wonderful subjects. So come check us out, and I'll catch you spiritual homies later. Have a wonderful December. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.